Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. Okay, so in this part we're going to be covering through the quest from 50 to 70. Obviously, this part, the next set of videos that's going to be coming up is going to be cut up from the previous videos, because since I didn't really expect these videos to go for as long as I expected, I just continued on with the quest line as normal. So yeah, we're gonna go straight into the level 50 quest line. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in just a little bit. So Martin, while I'm here, into the blue again. Hello, mate. Been polishing your skills, have you? I'll admit I've had a fair bit on my plate recently with performing at the Celestium and running the Blue Mages Guild. That's right, Cecil. I finally gone and opened a guild. How could I not, given all the demand? Folk have been fairly climbing over each other to sign up and get their mitts on my soul crystals. You've probably seen a fair review on your travels, trading blows with local cactors and whatnot. They'll do anything to study their blue arts under the great Azure, star of the Celestium. Thanks to them, my almost lifelong dream of running my own guild has come true. Speak the devils. Alright, well, if it ain't my 2-star pupils. Oh my god. I'm gonna call you Finn and Nudie. Or Nutty. Can it be true? Has Azure the Second at long last deigned to grace us with her presence? Oh. Someone's very eager to see me. I can't believe we finally have a chance to meet you in person. Please, I beg you, accept us as your apprentices. We'll follow you anywhere. Poor guy. Oi, I think you forget who the guildmaster is around here. I'm sorry, I got other plans for Cecila. You two can afford to stand around chewing the fat. You've got to go get. You've got time to go get yourself some new spells. Go on, hop to it. Gods give me strength. If they ever get their heads out of the clouds into the spell books for a change, they might bully learn something. Bugger me, I almost forgot I'm supposed to go be performing soon. Fancy coming to see your old friend, the great Azure, in action? Sure, why not? Of course, you won't be watching from the stands with all the unwashed masses. I've got a front row spot with your name on it. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the magnificent, stupendous, the great Azure. Not to be outdone by his appearance, apprentice Azure II, he has handpicked one of our most fearsome pit fiends as his opponent, the savage, gargantuan, Kron Prime's behemoth. Oh, if only missile would work for me. The great Azure opens with the volley of his tried and true spells, yet the behemoth shows no sign of backing down. Whoa! This guy got some fancy spells in his arsenal. My lord, ladies and gentlemen, not even the crown prince of beasts could still stand these never before seen techniques. Victory goes the great Azure. Oops. I dropped some dead, I don't know where it went. That was an impressive performance. So what'd you think? I bet you thought the great Azure couldn't get any greater. Between the masked Carnival and the win in the guild, I somehow found time to pick up a few new spells. I went all the way to Ishgard and tried my luck against creatures so horrible they make a behemoth blubber. It was worth the trip though. Now my repertoire of blue magic is bigger than ever. Let me tell you, the crowds have been lapping it up. Now, you'd think that the Celestial would reward all this extra effort for bumping up my pay, but apparently not. Actually, that reminds me. Roy said there's someone who she wants me to meet over at the Miners Guild. No idea what it's about, but I'm getting a raise after all. Maybe I'm getting a raise after all. Since you're here, well, you should tag along as well. If you have this extra guild on offer, I wouldn't want you to miss out. I'm thoughtful like that, you know. Are you? I don't know about that. I'm doubtful of that. I'm glad you could join us, my dear. Wait here a moment, would you? Alright, who are we meeting? It's my privilege to introduce the great Fargus. I'm gonna call you Fargus. Fargus, esteemed member of the Syndicate and chairman of the Amagine and Sons Mineral Concern. Shit, I skipped the dialogue. I had no idea that such a distinguished and upstanding member of this community was in our audience. That was quite a display, young man. I must say, until I witnessed it for myself, I was under the impression that the masked Carnival was little more than a frivolous distraction. A far cry from the time-honored traditions of the Colosseum. All it took was one match to disprove my misgivings. This blue magic of yours is truly the spectacle like no other. That's very kind of you, sir. And would I be correct in assuming you have your support? Why, yes. From this day forward, Amagine and Sons Mineral Concerns have provide all the financial backing you should require. You do us a great honor, Mr. Fargus. Now that has been decided, there are other rather less interesting matters to which I must attend. I shall have my assistants drop the necessary contracts and so forth. And with that, I bid you good day. Thanks, guy. Now, I suppose you're wondering what has prompted all this. While the Masked Carnival has become a roaring success, for which I have both of you to thank, our menagerie of pit fiends has been eating into our profits in a quite literal sense. Simply keeping them fed is monstrously expensive. And there is the fact that the crowds will soon grow tired of us dragging out the same old creatures, so we need to invest in having an ever more exotic and dangerous beasts brought in by experienced adventurers, which costs something or other. But it's probably more expensive too. That's why I invited Fargus to visit Celestium. That walking coin purse is known as much for his love of the Colosseum as he is for being ludicrously wealthy. And just between the three of us, it seems his position... God damn it. Fucking OBS. Froze on me again. I think this is a recurring thing. It seems like it's happening a lot more. Hang on. I gotta wait for this damn page to load up again so I can fix it. Deactivate OBS and reactivate it. There we go. Just between the three of us, it seems his position within the Syndicate is nowhere near as stable as he would like it to be. He's desperately searching for a new venture that would give him the edge over his rivals. Though I can't attest to how much the chairman stands to benefit from our partnership, I'm quite confident of our own prospects. For our part, we're going to come up with new performances to generate more excitement. How are we gonna do that? So that's Master Fargus? It's good to finally put a face to the name. I wonder if Amagine and Sons would be interested in propping up the Blue Mages Guild. Was I thinking out loud? Ha! Forget I said anything. Anyway, I can't wait to see what the lads at the back of the guild make of this little development. Shall we? Okay. By the sound of it, Royce will be landing up some new different foes for us to face in the Masked Carnival. Knowing her, our safety is the least of her concerns, so we better be ready for whatever she has to throw at us. That's why I took the liberty of adding a few more entries to your spellbook. Like any good student, you'll be wanting to follow your teacher's footsteps, so which will lead you to Ishgard. When you get there, what better spell to learn than Northerlies? A nice blast of freezing cold air, just the trick when the things get too hot to handle. Yes, if you feel like adding some of the other blue magic to your arsenal, Gahil has some brand new totems that might be worth a look. One more thing. At the risk of inflating your ego, I'd say your blue magic will be on par with mine before long, so I might put you to work training with some of the apprentices. Ugh. But that's assuming you make it back from Ishgard in one piece. Watch yourself out there. Those frost-encrusted bastards roaming about the snowfields take no prisoners. I know, I've been there. You don't need to tell me twice. Oop. Alright, so pretty much like before, you gotta get more spells to progress with the storyline. You guys get he had no new totems for me. So I don't think there's any more. I think I gotta get all this job quests done before I can actually get more entries, because I know you get like 10 more. It's either 5 more or 10 more entries of the Carnival. Yeah, I gotta progress the story. So once I have all of the once I have all of the blue spells that were introduced in the second set, I will be back and we will continue. All right, I am back. I've got all these I've got the second set of spells aside from the one. This one's having completed I think 30 stages of the Carnival, but other than that, I have gotten all of the spells. Where's the green dot at? There it is. So, not too bad. I'm making progress. Got one more set to go, but first, before I do that, I gotta go through the quest line. So, Martin! That's the look of someone who's stared down a Yeti or 3. Now that you mastered Northerlies, you're a step closer to matching my level. And like I mentioned before, I want you to help me train a couple of fledgling blue mages. Remember the pair who were practically begging you to teach them? Looks like they'll finally get their wish. Meet over in Hammerley. Alright. Remember? Oh, it's over there. Western Thanolin! These bitches go out of here. Let's see. Oh man. What do we got here? Normally getting these two to do any serious training is a bloody uphill struggle, but since I mentioned you'd be coming along, they couldn't get here fast enough. I thought they should see some practical blue magic away from all the showmanship of the masked Carnival. So I borrowed this arena Viking for you to demonstrate a few spells. Go on easy on it though, eh? I gotta get back in that, you see. Really? Let me know when you're ready and I'll set it to a lightly maim. Really? Lightly maim. Listen, you two. Don't spend the whole time gawping and all starry-eyed like. Pay attention to which spell assist it uses and win. Okay, just wanted to check something. I'm ready to go. Come on then, you bucket of bolts. Alright, I'm ready to take you on. Bam, gone. Just like I taught you. Such fluid movements in your footwork was a sight to behold. Really? I didn't do anything. I just shot a lightning bolt at it. I didn't stand a chance. He kept attacking and attacking until it was a smoking pile of scrap. Yeah, it's very impressive. We'll talk about this later, Cecila. I think that's more than enough time for me. More than enough for the time being. Back to die, everyone. Did I break it? Oops. My bad. Not bad. Sorry, guy. I know you needed to return it. I tried holding back. I sent Nutty and Fine, and what I call you, Fine? I can't remember what I called you. Nutty and Fine on a couple of errands for the guild, but they'll be here soon. Oops. Got to be good. Those are not the fees that we agreed upon. Mammoths and guest instructors don't come cheap, you know. Besides, a few extra guilds seem like a small change once you're fully fledged blue mages. You won't regret this, I promise. That's more like it. If you follow the example set by Sessa myself, you'll be putting down ferocious beasts left, right, and center. Now return to your training, my faithful apprentices. Are you extorting money out of them now? Bloody hells, what do they think I'm running here? Charity? I didn't realize you charged for these lessons of yours. Shut up and give me my cut! How else do you think I keep the guild afloat? I'll have you know, the rates are perfectly reasonable, especially considering all the unforeseen expenses. You'll get your share, don't you worry. More importantly, something else has come to my attention. My apprentices ain't the only ones who go off looking for enemies to test their skills on. As everyone knows, the adventurers often band together and go delve into abandoned catacombs, haunted mansions, and the like. They'll normally decide beforehand who does what according to their area of expertise. Right? One to lead the way and draw BCs, a couple more for general stabbing, burden, and so on, and maybe someone else to hit 20 mangled limbs and gaping wounds. In other words, they all have a certain role to fill. When I heard that groups of blue mages had been doing just as well without specializing in any particular role, I was thrilled to bits. Why? Because it's just going to be one thing. Blue mages can do everything. Huh. Attacking, defending, healing, you name it. Of course, we knew that already, but I'd never thought about using blue magic outside of one-to-one combat. I've asked the guild members to write a report each time they go exploring as a group, so I can formulate new strategies for working alongside others. Even Fine and Nutty might have something interesting to tell me next time we meet. Mind you, those two have taken to blue mages like cats, and Papotos to water. Not very well, in other words. That's why I'll be taking them for more training, and I'd like you to join us. Where's my cut? Until then, I want you to learn whistle. Not the put your lips together and blow sort. I mean the blue magic spell. Now go, my annoyingly capable apprentice. What's that supposed to mean? Because I'm better than you? Let's... Learn whistle then. I reckon it'll prove you handy in our next lesson. Let's make our way to Darlings! Just a blue mage I was looking for. Oh. I have the pleasure of giving Master Fire Master Fire. I can't remember what I called you. I'm calling you Fire. Master Fire, a guided tour of the Celestium and our facilities. Perhaps you'll be so kind to join us, if you're not otherwise engaged. That is. Busy? Not at all. I said so. Not afraid as proverbial birds, aren't we? I only ask that you allow me a few moments to prepare the Blue Mages Guild for Master Fire. After all, it's not every day we welcome such esteemed guests. Actually, it is the Celestium's pit fiends I'm most interested in. Where they are kept, how they are captured, and so forth. As you wish, I shall introduce you to the Celestium's associates. And after that, I can explain the vital role of the Blue Mages Guild. On second thought, perhaps just one of you will suffice. So why don't you come with us? It'll be a wonderful opportunity for you to see what goes on behind the scenes and maintain our menagerie. Sure. As I'm already familiar with the inner workings of the Masked Carnival, I shall use this time to prepare a spectacular exhibition for Blue Magic Mastery, especially for Master Fire. Without any further ado, please allow me to lead you away to the Goldsmiths Guild. Why there? I didn't realize there was another exit out of the Goldsmiths Guild. Maybe I haven't been paying attention. Oh. The Goldsmiths Guild provides many of the mechanical components that appear in the Masked Carnival, such as the Arena Vikings and various other automata. Ever since the Celestian first began placing orders for mammoths, our artisans have been racing to keep up with the demand. Most are constructed according to strong designs, and even the most simplistic configurations are remarkably complex. Nevertheless, we have endeavored to improve on the currently available models with a range of combatants. As for Mistress Royce's instructions, guaranteed to send all but the most battle-hardened contestants right to their mothers. Naturally, the mammoths must be kept in good repair, which can be somewhat costly. However, we try to have as many parts as possible forged here in the Uldad to reduce maintenance fees. The Goldsmiths Guild also negotiated the purchase of several Allegan relics from the Sons of Saint Koinok, including the gladiatorial and bestial nodes that appear in the Masked Carnival. Charlian and Allegan technology, eh? Fascinating. I'm sure you'll be equally impressed by what we have to show you at the Thaumaturge's Guild. This way, please. Alright. It's no secret that the Thaumaturge's Guild regularly summons a variety of voids as part of their experiments, while we at the Crystallistian put to good use. Under normal circumstances, we would not permit that such hellish creatures be allowed to leave the confines of the guild. But in Mistress Royce's case, we are willing to make an exception. Several exceptions, in fact, and continue to do so. Once a void sin has served its purpose, we must either dispose of the creature or send it back through the void gate. The Celestium, however, poses the means by which we can contain them, such as the magic cages and shackles and members of the staff sufficiently trained in the dark arts. In addition, the transfer of Void Sin to the Celestium's facilities is carried out under the supervision of the Order to prevent any mishaps. Jolly good. I see that the proper steps have been taken to ensure the safety of the audience, not to mention Uldad at large. It would seem that I have little cause for concern. As a matter of fact, Ultros and Typhoon, who are said to be the result of the experiments carried out by the Guild, have both appeared in the Colosseum and are now part of the Masked Carnival. After slavering Spawn on the Netherworld, they are remarkably cooperative. However, most of the Celestium's beasts have far more earthly origins, though they are no less deadly for it. A brief visit to the Quicksand, the last stop of our tour, will reveal how we go about acquiring such creatures. Alright. To the Adventurers Guild! Whee! So what are we going to learn here? Our contracts with the various branches of the Adventurers Guild ensure a steady supply of battle-ready beasts from a wide range of locations. You think killing a wild behemoth is tricky? Try not killing it, trussing it up, and dragging the bloody thing all the way back to Uldad. How do you drag it? What I want to know is, how do you drag a behemoth back? I mean, those things aren't exactly light. Huh. This one here knows what I'm talking about. I bet you've done your fair share of that. Tying them up with a rope, chucking them in the sacks, and that sort of thing. Something like that. It's hard work to be sure, but the coin's alright. We only use the very best adventurers in the event of any accidents. Well, we simply hire more than to replace them. Huh. Excellent. No point in risking your own staff now, is there? And I might say, I'm very impressed indeed by the lengths you go to in order to thrill your audiences. Clearly no expenses has been spared. The Coliseum also has its own menagerie, but in terms of sheer variety, it pales in comparison to the Mass Carnival. Yes, it seems the Celestium is worth every gil I've agreed to invest. In fact, so overwhelmed am I by your professionalism, I'm willing to increase the amount. Master Fire, your confidence in our operation will pay dividends, I assure you. Now, I believe that Martin will have finished preparing for his demonstration so that he may have a glimpse of the entertainment we can expect from the great Azuro and his promising students. Let's hope. Alright, Martin. What are you gonna do? What kind of thrills are you gonna show us? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. You're about to bear witness to a spectacle the likes of which Ul'dah has never. Perhaps some other time, my dear fellow. One of the gladiators under my patronage is due to make his debut in the Mass Carnival. Would you all care to accompany me? The contestant of whom I speak has achieved great success in the Blood Sands, and I personally am rather proud of him. What say you, lad? It would be my pleasure. Ew. Got shot down. Check this guy out. Incredible! Siegfried claims victory in the Mass Carnival debut. The rest rising star of the Coliseum takes his name from the swashbuckling hero of myth. As you can see, he certainly has the skills to match. What's this? Siegfried is issuing a challenge to the great Azuro. Champions of the Celestium and the Coliseum are to go head to head in a clash they are certain to set the arena ablaze. Maybe even literally. Oh, can't wait to see this. No? What? Don't do that. Bloody hell, I only went to watch and end up getting roped into a match from some sword-waving oaf who's trying to steal my audience. That's my sodden luck. What a show that was, though it seemed the best is yet to come. Allow me to introduce the man behind the mask. I present to you the commander of the Stone Torches, my eldest son, Zernberg. I am pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm afraid to be so bold. Might I inquire as to why one of the most decorated gladiators of the Coliseum would enter the Mass Carnival? As I'm sure you're aware, the Stone Torches serve as Amagina and Sons mineral concerns private security force, offering protection for our various mining and freight operations. The soldiers serve with pride and honor, yet the rather humdrum nature of the constant guard duty makes it less appealing prospect in comparison to working with the Brass Blades, whose reputation for bribe-taking and extortion attracts many would-be sellswords in search for a quick gill. I am in need of fresh recruits, and the Mass Carnival offers a unique opportunity to showcase the martial prowess of the Stone Torch's finest. Your showy fireworks make for good entertainment, and the coin for your devoted followers will be most welcome. Once they arrive to see your match with Zernberg, he will demonstrate the superiority of the Stone Torches. Strapping young men and women will be flocking to join my army while I rack in the gil with the ticket sales. What could be more perfect? I have the popularity of your blue magic to thank for this opportunity, but beyond that, I have no interest in your parlor tricks. Nevertheless, I shall be taking a keen interest in your match with my son. Until next we meet. Well, I thought this guy was alright at first. Now, not so much. Thall's balls! This shit just keeps getting better and better. I passed up the chance to train my apprentices for the sake of that smug, shit-eating windbag. Think of the two of those an apology. That can wait. You need to keep your eye on the match. Who knows, you might even win. And then Fire, you have to eat his words. Might even win? Why, the thought of losing never crossed my mind. When I'm finished that over-muscled Oryx, his own daddy won't recognize him. I expect nothing less from the great Azuro. Of course, I'll have to shuffle the schedule around to open up a slot for your fight with Siegfried. I need you to be in top form, so do whatever it is you blue mages do to prepare. Did you see the size of that Zernberg bloke? I don't fancy getting on the wrong side of that sword of his. I'm not saying it well, but if anything were to happen to me before the match, I will need you to take my place, like that time with the wash. I'm not looking forward to this one a bit. Maybe I should try taking my mind off it by concentrating on the guild, starting with finding Nutty's next lesson. I got a few loose ends to tie up first, so why don't you go ahead and learn exuviation in the meantime? You never know when a decent healing spell might prove useful. Yo, go, Satsula. Alright. You might be wondering why I asked you to learn exuviation of all things. Well, it's part of my research in the veracity of blue mages. You can use it to heal yourself, of course, but I want to see how effective that spell is in keeping your friends alive and kicking. In fact, I thought we'd take Fine and Nutty out in the field to test a few of my theories. It'll be good training for them too, and I've sent them ahead to Horizon, and from there we'll need to head to Copperbell Mines, where I hear, well, I'm gonna call you the trolls, really, or giants. Hickenton Shires are causing a spot of bother. I think I botched that word up so bad. An ongoing problem by all accounts. Sounds like the perfect chance to show off our teamwork. Not that we've ever worked as a team before, but this seems like a good place to start. But Jean, I'm not sure about this plan. Nutty and Fine probably think it's not just a training exercise, but Heckaton Shires are very dangerous. Please try to keep all three of them from harm. Maybe says to act as a healer, yes? Do I got to? Can I just like one-shot them and be done with it? Can I just one-shot them? It'd be so much easier. Where the bloody hells are they? Knowing those two, they're probably getting fleeced by some swindler or another. Oh, look who it is! Finished sightseeing, have we? My success since you last met my blue magic has come leaps and bounds. But thanks to our last lesson, I'm better at keeping my enemies on the back foot. Or tentacle, well, whatever it might be. Oi! Don't go getting ahead of yourselves. You might have few new spells and a bit more experience, but if you got complacent, those Heckaton Charles will be grinding your bones before you can say flying sardine. I'm no stranger to Copperbell Mines, you know? Alright, they don't scare. Whatever. The Heckas don't scare me. As this is my first time exploring this particular location, I've been asking other adventurers for advice, checking out the layout of the tunnels and so forth. By failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail, as my motto. How about you, Guildmaster? Well, I can't say I've been there myself, but when you're as proficient in blue arts as I am, you can sort of play it by ear, so to speak. Say, Cecily, you know anything about Copperbell Mines? What don't I know? I've been there more times than you had hot dinners. Every nook and cranny is devil. I mean, this is more true. Maybe I should let you take the lead then. Only joking. We all know who the leader is. Blue Mage is with me. Oh boy. We were waiting for you to show up, and this bloody horrible flying bastard came out of nowhere. Even though it caught us off guard, it was no match for a combined might of our blue magic. There's another one that went flapping off somewhere, but we're too knackered to go after it. Seeing as you missed all the fun, I volunteer to go look for it. And be quick about it. All hells will break loose if that thing reaches Horizon. Oh boy. Got close to Horizon. Oh, it's alive. Not anymore. Nicely done, mate. Now that I think on it, I've seen creatures like this before. They're using the masked Carnivale. Which raises the question, what are they doing here? They went this way, quickly! Fire! And his son Zernfrig, or was that Siegberg? Whatever his bloody name is. Azuro, your little friends managed to say they escaped Void Scent? It seems you spared our blushes. Saw all that, just tell us what's going on. You heard him, Fire. Royce as well? Bloody hells, they're all coming out of the woodwork now. I'm lucky your underlings are so loose-lipped, or I would never have been tracked you down. If you think you can make up with my voice and get away with it, investor or not, you crossed the line. Now, I simply borrowed a couple in an attempt to quell the Heckinton Choir uprising taking place on concerned property. I'm sure you'll be pleased to hear that your Votorigas proved to be most effective. Variable living weapons. You see, the task seemed to waste the Stone Torch's talents, and hired adventurers can be awfully costly. As a matter of fact, I am considering deploying Void Scent elsewhere to protect my interests from roaming beasts, mobs or marauders and the like, leaving my son and his men to return to Ul'dah where their talents could be put to better use. So that's what this is all about. That was just a plot to get your hands on my pit fiends, wasn't it? This is a breach of our agreement. Breach? With the vast amounts I have invested into it, the Celestium is as good as mine. I have the right to run it any way I please. Every last mammoth, Void Scent, wild beast in that menagerie belongs to me now. I allowed you to invest in Celestium, not to buy it from under my nose. If you think I'm the sort of stand back and wait for the coin to come trickling in, you are very much mistaken. I didn't get where I am today by letting blustering fools who, with more coin than sense, push me around. The Celestium is mine, you hear me? Watch your mouth, you second-rate hack. Oh, is that so? Maybe I should ask your friends at the Syndicate who they think is second-rate. I'll drive you out of Ul'dah, Orzia. Everything you own will be mine. Mine! Might I make a suggestion? If you're looking for a substitute for the Stone Torches, perhaps the Blue Mage's Guild is a more manageable alternative to rampaging beasts. Each of our mages comes fully equipped with a comprehensive selection of offensive, defensive, and healing spells, perfect for every occasion. Every occasion? Come now, we all know that he who embraces too much has a weak grasp. I have no need for pathetic gestures and silly costumes. Oi! Watch it, Granddad! We'll see who's pathetic when I put your boy on his arse. In fact, it seems to me that we can settle this whole dispute with a friendly wager. If I lose, the Celestium goes to you, including the whole menagerie. You can use all those voids, including along with the rest of the pitted fiends, however you like. But if I win, the Celestium stays with Royce. You'll give up any thought of using voids and employ the Blue Mage's Guild to defend your property instead. You bloody idiot! What do you think you're doing? You have spirit, I'll give you that. Very well, I accept. I cannot decide which I'm looking forward to most. Adding the Celestium to my family's ever-growing collection of businesses, or utterly humiliating you in front of your beloved audience. I'll see you in the arena, clown. Well, that said, we might as well get going. Thanks to the void scent, looks like we won't be hunting hecaton cherries for after all. Nutty, fine. I don't think I'll be able to give you any more lessons after my match, so perhaps you should go and learn more spells, some new spells or something. Cecil and I will head back to the guild. This guy's an asshole. I liked him at first. Not anymore. Alright, I need to go to the Miners Guild. Ha! Nothing like raising the stakes to make a fight more interesting, wouldn't you say? As much as the very idea brings bile at the back of my mouth, the future of the Celestium is in your hands, Martin. If you lose to Siegfried, I'll throw you to the behemoths. Fear not, I, the great Azuro, swear to defend your arena with my very life. Not gonna have a bloody choice. This is another fun mess I've talked myself into. Anyway, like I said before, I'll need you to be ready to stand in for me on the off chance to eat some dodgy dragon peppers or something and unavoidably detained if you catch my meaning. Oh, and there's one more spell I want you to learn. It's called Frog Legs. While it may not help all that you'd be all useful in the arena, you'll be able to put to use once we're getting paid to protect Amajin and Sun's mines. As Azure II, I'm expecting great things from you. Now, go. Make your guild master proud. Oh, God. Master Froglegs, have you jolly good? But luckily for you, I'm in tip-top shape, so you won't be standing in for me after all. Finally, that Siegfried bastard will get what's coming to him for challenging the great Azuro. I haven't got long until the match, but I've got one or two things to take care of before I step into the arena. Don't worry, I'll be steering clear of dragon peppers and the like. Oh boy. Darlings! Wait, where's Martin? Things to take care of? My wit's end as it is, and I'm disappearing all of a sudden is not bloody helping. Gods, I never met anyone so infuriating. We better go find him quickly. I told Jean things Martin and looking for information on Siegfried. Martin was muttering, failed to prepare is prepare to fail, or something. Heard from Nutty, it seems. Maybe he went to the Colosseum. Siegfried is very famous there. But the matches will be starting soon. Why has he waited until now? Finding out about his opponent should have been the first thing he did, not the last. Not to mention that if he doesn't get back here in time, he'll have to forfeit the match. Alright, let's head to the Colosseum and ask if anyone's seen him. Not quite sure what Vector said, but... Huh? Alright, Coliseum. Man, asking about Siegfried? Why, yes, as a matter of fact, a rather slovenly fellow was making inquiries of that nature, if you must know. No matter how, I'm extremely disappointed that one of the Colosseum's most respected gladiators would stoop so low as to appear at the ridiculous circus that they hold at the Celestium these days. Has he no shame? Clearly you have no idea what you're talking about, lady. Yes, he was here. Kept pestering me with questions about Siegfried. Wanted to know what techniques he uses and whether he has any weaknesses. I was planning he wanted to find out about Siegfried, how Siegfried could be beaten, so I gave it him straight to tell him he couldn't be beaten. Not in the Colosseum and not in the Celestium neither. What are you? Yes, he was here but a moment ago. It seems everyone's talking about Siegfried. Ah, his match with the Great Azure is about to begin. Gods, I hope I'll make it in time. Hey, thanks, guy. You didn't help me at all. You're worthless to me. So it's as John predicted. He really was here after all. Cecila? Royce, what brings you here? Actually, I see the same thing. You're supposed to be at the Celestium in costume, so what the hell do you think you're playing at? Alright, love, keep your hair on. I'm only asking about my opponent is all. I'm in the middle of failing to prepare. No, wait, that's not right. Anyway, it's as I thought. That plotting gaboon only knows how to attack from close quarters, so all I have to do is bombard him with my best spells before he has a chance to get near me. What could possibly go wrong? Now the time has come for Siegfried to taste my wrath. To the Celestium! I can see this going over very well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the contest you've been waiting for is about to begin! Master of knowledge beyond the comprehension of mere mortals, and the wield of arcane magics and as unfathomable as the deepest ocean. The indomitable keeper of the blue has come! The Great Azure! Introducing his opponent, stepping straight from the pages of myth, a peerless swordsman and champion of the Colosseum, Siegfried! I can't believe my eyes, ladies and gentlemen. I've never seen such a drastic transformation. What is this? As we all know, the Great Azure was fond of his little tricks, so Siegfried decided to prepare a few of his own. At Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern, we researched various technologies, including Garland Magitech, and restored several armaments salvaged from the battlefield. Magitech? I don't remember any stories about Siegfried wearing Garland armor and carrying a hand cannon. Fear not, it'll take more than some hurriedly cobbled together pot lids and child's papoda launcher to best the Great Azure. Enough talk, how about you? Oh, your folly, Siegfried! Never stood a chance against the Great Azure. The hell? Where does this guy come from? Huh. Parlor tricks! Huh. The Great Azure repels Siegfried's surprise attack in the nick of time! I never shall never succumb to a shameless cheat like you. Such determination! This match is not over yet. Impressive, but the time has come for you to admit defeat. Never. I'm taking you down with me! He blew himself up. Incredible, even after the Great Azure final attack, challenge is still standing. Victory goes to Siegfried! Such power. It was one of his magic armor that saved me. Thought I would have been blown to pieces. Father, for the sake of my honor, I demand a rematch. If that's what you desire, though it would appear the poor fool is in sore need of an infirmary bed. Or perhaps a coffin. If the great Azure is not fit to state to fight, then I have no option but request a replacement. It's Azure the Second, I challenge you! Good God almighty, I can scarcely imagine the next match to hold in store. With the great Azure line broken and defeated, it falls to his gifted protege to avenge him. Clearly his self-destruct was not fully buffed. That's why he didn't win. The old suicide strats failed him. Royce, I'm so sorry. To be honest... Oh my god, hang on. Fuck! Piece of shit thing. To be honest, after he broke through my almighty guard, I knew he had me beaten. The best I could hope was for the force to draw, and we all know how that went. And the fat load of good that all my checking beforehand did. If I had known he'd come to President Magitech waving a sudden cannon, I'd have... Well, I don't know. Not much I could have done, I suppose. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself, Martin. It really was an incredible match, and you very nearly beat him. In any case, the wager side ownership on the Celestium is still on. It's all down to you now, Cecil. Siegfried's strong as good as an oryx, cunning as a fox, and slippery as an eel. So you have to need to keep up your wits about you. Siegfried is a choir boy compared to me. A choir boy! Oh, wow, you certainly sound confident. Anyway, there's still time to prepare, so make sure you have everything in order before your showdown with Siegfried. I wish you luck. Gods, I've been made a right mess of all this. Blue magic, perfect for every occasion? No one's gonna believe that now. Might as well throw all my research on the privy. Unless you're willing to help me out. If you went exploring with a few other blue mages, I'd be able to compile the information to a log of some sort, which I can use to help plan new strategies. I've added a few pages to the back of your blue magic spellbook to help keep track of everything. Each time you make it out one of those places alive, you'll get a reward. We even got a special blue mage gear to trade for any you've collected. Best of all, every item is endorsed by yours truly. Ooh. Pause. What am I talking about that for? There'll be plenty of time for that after you beat Siegfried. Now go, Azure the Second. Avenge your master and restore honor to the Blue Mages Guild. God. Good. Got the Blue Mages log now. Which is absolutely useless and something I'll never use! It's in the challenge log, isn't it? I don't even know where you go. I don't even know where you go for the Blue Mages log. Oh, the spell book. Oh, here we go. Good. There's all that log stuff I'll never do at all. Not at all. This is all pointless to me. So we got some new sets to go through. We got 5 more sets to go through. So joy, oh joy, oh joy. So yeah, this will be fun. So I'm gonna go through all that, and once I've beaten all of those stages, we'll be back to for more Blue Mage fun. All right, I have completed the 5 new stages of the Carnival. Oh man, some of them were a little harder than the ones we've done before. I had trouble with. There was 2 I had trouble with, and then the final stage was one that's actually required to do. Wasn't too bad. Besides me fucking up maybe once, it was pretty simple. But Martin, what'd you think of my performance? You did it! The Great Azure has been avenged. Honestly, mate, I can't tell you how satisfying it was seeing you knock the stuffing out of that pompous bastard. Ugh. Huh. From the pitter patter of distant footsteps, it sounds like I ain't the only one who wants to congratulate you. Oh, hello. Superlative, splendiferous. What? Whatever. The pinnacle of blue magery. Surely you're everything I aspire to be. I knew Asher the second one was down. So you're the ones who were screaming at the top of your lungs from start to finish. It's nice to know Cessa has such enthusiastic followers. Huh. Of course, no one was more pleased than me to see you triumph over Siegfried. The Celestium and its menagerie remain in my possession, and I'll sleep more easily knowing that fire won't be unleashing any voids in it just to clear out those blasted minds of his. You have my thanks. Speaking of which... Cessa, you beat me fair and square. Even with all that Magitech, I was no match for you. At least he's honorable. Yes, I must commend you on a fine victory. What is more, you have opened my eyes to the potential of blue magic. I know better than anyone how fierce a fighter my son is, yet you had an answer for his every move. Your defense is nigh on and impenetrable. Your barrage of attacks overwhelming, and on a few occasions that his bullets struck true, your healing arts swiftly mended the wounds. So the Blue Mage's Guild gain your seal of approval, so to speak. Whoa. More or less, while Cecil here has easily surpassed my expectations, and you possess no small amount of ability yourself, I have yet to assess the suitability of the guild as a whole. I shall hire you and your mages on a per-job basis, and have you fulfill whatever roles are deemed necessary. You will not regret this. I shall handpick our very best according to your requirements, and all for a reasonable price. I assume you shall refrain from taking more than your fair share. Well, part of the payment will go to the running costs of the guild. Besides, I think I'm entitled to a bit of a finder's fee of all things considered. You can't expect the guildmaster to live on table scraps. I shouldn't laugh, really. He has actually been in survival on scraps for a while now. Perhaps I should pay him a bit more. Ah, yes, there was one thing I wanted to say. I apologize for speaking out of turn at Copperbill Mines, Master Fire. No, he had every right to be angry. When he suggested the other members of the Syndicate thought of me as second rate, it struck a nerve, and deep down, I knew it was true. In the events following Adelegi's death, Lil Rito's influence has been growing steadily, while Godbird's Gold Saucer continues to make Gil hand over fist. As for Pyrus Dulala being head of the Order of Nodthal means her position will always be secure. I, on the other hand, have been desperately searching for a means to reassert myself within the Syndicate. It is fair to say that perhaps the success I had attained in my youth led to complacency. Royce, you remind me of myself when I was your age. I traversed the length and breadth of Thanalan, doing whatever it took to fill Almagine and Son's coffers. I once had the same drive, the same desire to innovate the same see in you. From now on, rather than using my wealth to bully others into relinquishing control of what is theirs, I shall strive to create something from the ground up, to explore new frontiers. At least he turned over a new leaf. That's good, I guess. And it seems there's no better time to begin with than right now. After all, I'm not getting any younger. I bid you all a good evening. Speaking of exploring frontiers, that's exactly what Nutty and I should be doing. Who knows, we might even discover new blue magic that even the Guildmaster's never seen. No doubt they're feeling inspired after seeing the exploits of Azure II. My audiences will be eager to see more of you too, so the doors of the Celestial are always open should you be available to put on a show. And once again, I'm feeling feeling about as useful as teeth on a bull. I reckon at the time I packed it all in. Poor guy. Suddenly, there's no point denying any longer. You're well and truly surpassed me. You mastered everything I've mastered, triumphed where I've miserably failed. I've enjoyed my moment in the limelight, but I know when it's time to bow out. The day has come for me to hang up my cloak and little eye mask for good thing, my little eye mask thingy. No, Martin, the show must go on. What are you talking about? You can't end it right here. It's no use, Cecil. My mind's made up. It's better for me to quit while I'm ahead. I mean, quit before things get any worse. But enough of this. This is really it, mate. It's curtains for the great Azuro. But hark! From the ashes rise Azure the Third, the intrepid founder of the Blue Mages Guild. Well. So what do you think? I'll tell everyone the great Azure was looking after was just looking after it until the Azure the Third returned from somewhere. I'll think of that later. And that's not all. He'll also be the new star attraction of the Mass Carnival. Give me a chance to start afresh there too. Of course, I'll be carrying on my research into new Blue Mage strategies and whatnot, and maybe even make my own army of that Figress did. Might be a few new guild in that. Anyway, I'll still need you to help out with the log, so come by the guild whenever you find the time. Lord. Oh good, I got a mask I'll never use. That's great. Thanks. Thanks for that. You couldn't give me like equipment. What's going on here? Second-rate entertainment? Ugh. Cecil, how fares you're delving into the deep waters of the blue? If you're worried about the guild, let me set your mind at ease. Folk have been begging to join our ranks and banging on our door day and night. Well, metaphorically speaking, of course. Even better, these eager young mages are so thirsty for knowledge they've been gone as far as the far east and Alamigo to discover new spells. Well, at least it's going well. I remember not so long ago when I was just trudging along across the realm. Now there's a whole host of us working to improve the art. I'll have to jot these tricks down in our spell book so you can go have a look at for yourself, eh? Oh, I was meaning to tell you about that log I've been putting together. Thanks to you and your other colleagues, I managed to construct a fairly convincing case of Blue Mage's unbeatable versatility, and but a few more notes on the field wouldn't go astray. Anyway, that's about it for the guild news. Ah, fine, my diligent disciple. Today's the day Since I was hoping to be back, I've been practicing all the blue magic I could get my hands on. I would love for you to see my progress. No, there'll be time for that later. As I was saying, today's the day for your big test. She's excited. Wait. What happened to Nutty? I sensed something amiss. Uh-oh. What happened to Nutty? What happened to him? Oh, you mean Nutty? He was doing so well that one day not too long ago he just left. Oh. Yes, it was a shame to lose a promising pupil. I'm sure he had his reasons. We can only hope he's out there somewhere getting Blue Mages a good name. Maybe. Hopefully. He's not dead. Cecilla! No one told me you'd be a Veil, darling. Not the job I have in mind is worthy of your talents in any case. I could do with Azure the Third here. You see, I'm hosting some patrons who've traveled all the way from the Far East to witness the spectacle of the great Azure, or one of his incarnations, doing battle on the masked Carnival. Short notice, I know, but I'll need you in the Celestial right away. I'm sorry, Royce, but today's an important... Did I mention these patrons are wealthy Kugani merchants? Put on a good show, we might snag ourselves some new investors, which means more coin to share. Well, we wouldn't want to disappoint this distinguished guest now, would we? I better do some stretches. So much for her training, or test. I'll do nothing Unimaster finds test for her for Cecilla. Honestly, there's not to it. I've already arranged a void for her to fight. All you need to do is see if she wins or not. Her opponent's waiting out on the spineless basin. Big tentacled brew of a thing. Introduce yourselves, then Flying can have at it. Martin never changes, does he? Makes your head spin. At least this way I get to show how much I've improved. Come on, let's go and find this void scent. Okay, let's do it. Hey guys, do you have any new totems for me? Not you. Oh, what's this? Oh, I can get a new weapon. I get earrings. Great. I already have I already have better gear. What else can I get from these things? Brute Justice. What's this? The headache emotes. Cute Justice, really? Good Azure card. I like how it's a 1-star. What else is there? Oh, it's just materia. Why not? I'll never... I have no use for these seals anyway. I mean, that's not true. I can always buy look at that. Fancy. I mean, I could always buy what are they called? The map speeds for the zones, but since I have flight, it's kind of there's no point. I already have it. Well, I don't need that other rod now, do I? Get this ugly ass thing out of my inventory. Get out of here. Well, it's a Zoom. Oh, it's a Zulma. No, I don't want it. Goodbye, Zulmagia. How about you? I know there's a spell I can get from you. Yes, Angel Whisper. I can finally get my Resurrect. But the thing with this Resurrect is it sucks. It's useful, but it sucks at the same time because Angel Whisper. It has. Look at that recast time. And it's a long cast time too, so it absolutely requires Swift. But that recast time sucks. Alright, so Central Thanolin. Alright, where are you at, lass? Probably should just went out to the shards. It would have been faster. Would have been way faster, actually. Okay, to fall. Oh, it's Ultros. I call Ultros just hanging out here. Hey, I know you. You're the Azure, the second character. Warren told me to be training against some young and pretty up and comer. So you keep it out of it, all right? Oh boy, it's Ultros being Ultros. Now that's what I'm talking about. I promise not to bruise you too badly. Oh god. Cecil, any advice attacking this fiend? Turn him into takoyaki. Or wear his imp attack. So this goes. Hey, now that hurt. Right in the cephalopods. Enough, I yield. Uncle Ulti didn't sign up for this. Poor Ultros. I did it, I won! Now I can make my debut in the Masked Carnival. What's this about? The Town of Azure the Fourth was right in the outcome of this test, you see. Only the honor would really should have gone to Nutty. He's always been far more skilled in blue magic than me. I wonder what could have possessed him to leave like that. I could tell something was troubling him, but he vanished without a word. Seems such a waste to... But no, it's not my place to question his decisions. He has his life to lead, and I have mine. Let's head back into the city and see if Martin's bout is finished, shall we? Oh, I'm sure he's out there somewhere, doing who knows what blue mage Lalafels do. Alright. Hello, Martin. How's your thing? How went the testing then? Fantastic. We have another Azure to wild the crowds, eh? My own demonstration went rather well, I thought. In fact, our far eastern guest should be along to shower me with praise. Welcome, welcome. That was some performance, wouldn't you agree? I would not. Why, your Masked Carnival is simply a poor recreation of Kugane's Fukumen Fighting Festival. Fukumen? Our word for masks, Miss Royce. They were worn by the blue wizards who do the fearsome creatures of the festival, pitting spectacular spells against untamed ferocity. It has proven most popular with the masses. Did you say blue wizards? If I had known such second-rate entertainment awaited me here, I would have ended my journey in your golden saucer. Ugh. Did I hear that straight? Because it sounds like someone's making money off my enterprise. Mara, I need you to board the next ship to Kugane and look into this Fukumen festival thing. If it really is a blatant imitation of the Masked Carnival, then I intend to object in the most strenuous terms. There'll be magistrates involved. Personally, I'm curious about these so-called blue wizard fellows. If I find out they're making a mockery of our art, then there'll be 7 hells to pay. While Martin's busy crossing the waves, we'll rely on you to pick up the slack in the Celestium, darling. You were in the town of Azure the Fourth. Now, let's see how you feel about the costume. Ooh, that's not good. Phonies! Imposters. Behold! The proud lion of the Great Azure lives on. You certainly look the part. I liked your... fine, whatever. I liked your other costume better. I hate that costume for the Blue Mage. It wouldn't be so bad if they just lose the cape. I hate the cape of the Blue Mage. And I reckon you should be keeping a step ahead for as well, as basic instinct is a good way to learn. Once you've mastered that, polish your powers a bit, I'd appreciate you stop buying chicken on Fine. I won't be around to offer instruction for a time, but I have great faith that the guild will be never fond of the two of you on the job. Well, we'll be fine, I'm sure. It's Martin I'm worried about. Anyway, I'll be holding the fort here, so there should be anything you need. Oh boy. All right, we got one more set of spells to learn. So we got another like 20 spells to get. So, yeah, exciting. It's like super exciting. Not really, but it is. So yeah. I got 2 more pages to fill out all the spells, so once I've gotten all the spells, we will be back to continue with the quest line. Okay, we are back. I've gotten all of the remaining blue magic spells, so we're good to go. We're ready to wrap up all of the blue mage stuff. So fine, what's going on? Or Finn, Defina, whatever your name is. Cecily, you're looking more competent than usual. I take it you followed Martin's advice. Well, don't slow down now because I'm a bit of improvement by leaps and bounds. The Celestium still echoes with applause of the deeds of Azure the Fourth. Speaking of fighting arenas, I have a letter for you here from the Guildmaster. I wonder how his investigation in Kugane is progressing. Let's find out. There's Cecil, I write to you from the lands foreign and forbidding. The bubbling of this tea kettle, my constant companion. This missive should, by rights, be a comprehensive report on our far eastern competitors, but I must confess that my investigative efforts suffered a significant setback following my arrival in Kugane. I fear that the true purpose of my journey here will be delayed beyond the limits of Royce's patience, thus do I humbly beg you to render your assistance. Please come to the tea house in front of the Sekisagumi barracks, and I will explain everything. Waiting in hope, Martin. Oh dear, I suppose we should have expected something like this. You'll help him, won't you, Cecil? I started to think what kind of trouble he's found himself in. Oh boy, let's go find out. Can't leave this man alone before he winds up and gets himself into trouble. Alright, I need to go to the Sekisagumi barracks. What's going on, Martin? Welcome on our customer. Can I interest you in a steaming cup of tea and a delectable dongo? No. Cecil, he came. Had to change profession. This is part of the setback I mentioned in my letter. I was just about done for the night anyway, so now's as good time as any to talk. Well, when I first arrived in Kugane, I thought to myself, Martin, you need to find yourself a place to stay. It must have taken, at least several moments before I realized I got hopelessly lost in the back streets, and that's when a kindly Namazu offered me to lend me a hand. Finn, whatever. Accepting his aid was the start of my misfortunes. Oh boy, it's a Namazu, so I had misfortunes when I first came here too, so it's okay, guy. The little bleeder had me knocked out, purse emptied, and stripped to the skin before I knew what was happening. To add insult to injury, the local authorities' response to a befuddled, bare-bottomed man stumbling about town is to lock him up on charges of public indecency. I was able to plead innocence on that account, at least, but that still left me penniless and friendless and naked as a newborn babe. The officers took pity on me then and arranged a job for me here at the tea house in exchange for food and board. Once they'd lent me some clothes, of course. I've since been spending every spare moment learning the ins and outs of the perfect cup of tea, but I think I've got the hang of it now. I can finally start nosing into that Fukumen fighting festival, and with your help, hopefully it'll make up for the lost time. Right then, I'll ask some questions around the tea house while you interrogate the clientele at the Shiokaze hostelry. Gently, mind you. Once you've ferreted out some choice bits of information, we can meet back here and compare notes. Let's get to it. Poor guy. This guy just can't catch a break. Oh wait. No, it's not where I wanted to go. I know about more about the drinking and fighting, but if I've ever heard about this festival of yours, they've opened its doors only a short while ago, and the battling beasts showcases are already drawing in huge crowds. The real stars are the blue wizards. Their wicked magics bring the customers back and again, like a smooth cup of sake. Ugh. Alright. What else do I have to learn around here? Do I know of it? I've been to see it. Blue Hood was a fan favorite for a while, but now everyone cheers for Golden Goliath. Not only has he bested every creature he's faced, he's also crushed any upstart brave enough to challenge this title. I should warn you now, friend. Tickets to the festival sell quickly, but there's a price for everything if you got the purse to pay for it. It's like I'm back in old Da. What about you? The Fukumen Fighting Festival? Men slaughtering beasts? Bah! Where's the entertainment in that? I can understand the common folk lapping it up, but it seems even the Lord Bugio has fallen under its spell. Last I heard, they were hosting matches in the No Theater up at the castle. Unbelievable. Well, I got my answer. Alright, let's go compare our notes, see what Martin found out. What did we find out then? Sounds like to me the festival is a recent phenomenon, which means it's almost certainly an imitation of our masked carnival. For to be completely sure, though, I would need to see one of those matches with my own eyes. Now I heard the same thing as you did, but about buying tickets. Seems they all sell out before you can bloody blink. But rumor has it they do a thriving trade in the black market. But as much as I'd prefer to avoid dealing with back alley types, I don't think we have time to mess about. Let's wander the streets around Kogane Dori and see what's on offer, shall we? Oh, that sounds sketchy. Alright. What can go wrong? I should have gone to the market. It's not there. It's completely wrong in the wrong direction. Well, it's not right in the wrong direction, but it's not where I want to be. Keep an eye out for any shady looking characters. Can't be that difficult. Festival tickets! I have tickets for the Fukumen and the fighting, yes, yes! That sounds like a Namazu. You! I know you! Gyoto. It's definitely not Gyoshin or Gyofun. I think it's Gyoto. Yes! Yes, it is I, your faithful Gyoto. Wait, you're the Namazu who robbed me! Well, you were all but asking to be robbed. How was I to know you were acquainted with our mutual friend here? I ought to gut you here in the street! Where's my money? Where are my clothes, you nasty bottom feeder? Now, let's not be hasty. Your money I can return, but the fine clothing sold quickly. Perhaps you'll accept some other form of recompense. Yes, yes. Oh, poor guy. This guy went through 2 costumes. Tickets! You were in search of the Fukumen Fighting Festival tickets, were you not? Here, you must have this rare and valuable entry ticket, free of charge. I thought so. We aren't even now, yes, yes. Then I must be on my way. Huh. Well, I suppose I'll never see my clothes again. Well, at least I got some coins back and snagged an entry ticket into the bargain. Let's head on over to the castle and see if there's any matches underway. I imagine there's someone collecting tickets at the gate. Alright. Oh, you're in here for a treat. Imitable Golden Goliath is on the dock for today's entertainment. May I see your tickets, please? Will this get us both in? Certainly, sir. You are aware, however, this ticket only permits entry to the preliminary matches. A full-price ticket is required to view the main event. Yeah, slimy bee-whiskered bugger must have slipped us the cheapest one he had. Well, never mind. So long as we get to see the same idea what's going on in this festival of theirs. Alright, what's happening here? Ladies and gentlemen, here to raise the curtains on this even spectacle of savagery is the illustrious sky-wrapped war himself, Blue Hood. Be amazed with his cerulean arts as he tangles with the terrible and tenacious Yangtze tiger. A masterful performance, while if you compare to the magnificence of the Golden Goliath, who can deny the talent apparent in the Blue Hood, the original pioneer of blue wizardry? The pioneer? It was me who brought blue magic to the masses, not this puffed up pretender. I've seen enough. Spells are real, alright, but the execution is atrocious. It's an offense against a profession. Who's behind that mask then? I'd like to know. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we progress to the main event, Blue Hood himself has asked you to spare him a moment of your attention. Lesson 1, listen all. No occult tricks or arcane incantations can contend with this all-surpassing might of blue wizardry. Who among you dreams of holding such miraculous power in the palm of his or her hand? I know that voice. It's him. It's Bloody Nutty Button. It's Bloody Nutty. Nutty. Are you saying that anyone can learn those spells? Even me? If you but possess the will, then I, the founder of Azure Evocations, need only mark the way. He's following the same tactics as frickin' Martin did. If I have with me a surfeit of talismans to awaken the blue spirit within you, and a stack of custom-made raiments to arm and garb you. Oh boy. it's Martin to a T. Those first in line will also receive one of a limited number of wizardry spell tomes. Come forth and open your purses, the bowl will be rewarded. Oh boy. He's falling as that thieving bastard! I knew I was missing a cache of soul crystals. Man, has he no shame? He even stole my old sales pitch right down to the introductory offer. Ladies and gentlemen, I must ask those without full admission tickets to kindly vacate the seats. The main event is soon to commence. I wasn't entirely sure what we'd find in there, but it wasn't the great vanishing nutty, I can tell you that much. Let's wait around for a bit and see if it comes out. I'd like to have a few words with our budding entrepreneur. Well, fancy meeting you here, Nutty. I hope you got a good explanation for why you stabbed your old guildmaster in the back like this. Sorry, must have a mistake for someone else. I have the faintest idea what... You can drop the act already. I saw you flaunting your blue wizardry in that farce of a performance. I don't think I didn't recognize my missing soul crystals. Now, see here, I don't know who you are or what you want, but I'll not have you endanger my investment. I'll have a carer with whom you meddle. And this guy, I thought he was arrested. Coercion? Kidnapping? Sounds like a right proper piece of work. Ah! I recognize you now. That wasn't my idea. I was as much a victim of that awful man as anyone. In any case, I've since brought that behind me and resumed my place as an upstanding citizen and businessman. Well, whatever you claim to be, it's clear your enterprise is a blatant imitation of our mass carnival Ul'dah. As Guildmaster of the Blue Mages, I demand you cease and desist in this unscrupulous attempt to profit from the spellcraft that I established. Do you expect me to simply crumble before your insistence? Who's to say that you are not the ones who mimicked us? If you're truly the founder of Blue Magic, then you won't mind us giving us a demonstration of your powers. I challenge you to face the greatest combatant in the history of the Fukuman Fighting Festival, the undefeated Golden Goliath. Prove yourselves against our champion and we'll surrender your demands. You'll find these terms acceptable, I trust. Of course. Consider your challenge accepted. This guy just keeps getting... Very good. I shall organize an expedition match for the purpose and inform you the schedule of it at a later date. Just don't stray too far now. Gods above, what have I got myself into this time? Come on, Cecil, I need to run back to the tea house. My shift is about to start. Why don't you just let me do the talking, okay? You clearly can't handle yourself in a fight. Well, whatever. Where am I going? Even if I just tell we're back there. Right, all I have to do is beat this Golden Goliath in the festival's history. I mean, how difficult could it be? And if he is there a champion, the whole thing is an inferior contest in the first place. But even though I'm sure to win, it never pays to be overconfident. Best do some investigating before the match, I'm thinking. By the way, you might want to keep yourself up to snuff on the off chance I'm unfit for the battle on the day. Tingle is a handy spell to know. Anyway, it's back to work for me. Alright. Cecil, been preparing for the unlikely event I was unfit for the match then. I appreciate the effort, but as you can see, I'm more than ready to tackle on Golden Goliath on my own. Today is the day we go head to head, and I've been lurking around about the festival to study my opponent's fighting style. When I could gather, our old Goldie had learned all the spells from the exotic creatures in the festival. Techniques I've never even seen or heard before. But that just means his blue magic repertoire is limited. I, on the other hand, have spent many moons of building a diverse arsenal of offensive and defensive marvels. There's no way I can lose. Let's not get too cocky. I'll be fine, trust me, although there's one tiny problem. I don't have my costume, and I know it's silly, but getting the character helps me focus on my skills. I have a mind to string up our friend Gyoto and find out who has sold my clothes. Feel like coming along? Good. My fellow TLS workers agreed to cover my duties, so I have a little time right now. Let's head into the alleys again and see if we can't flesh out that fish. Alright. He's close, I reckon. I can almost smell him. tickets! Get your tick! Ah! See you two again. I thought I could live without my old clothes, Gyoto, but it turns out I'm a bit sentimental. I need to know. Who'd you sell my wardrobe to? Your shiny outfit? Oh, I auctioned it off piece by piece through the next second-hand dealer. And they were bought up by merchants from the Yakuza district and Kogane Dori. I don't know which shops have them now, but if you mean to buy your costume back, then you better hurry along. Yes, yes. Huh. Well, it sounds like a two-mage's job. Can I ask you to scout the stores in Kogane Dori? I'll take the Yakuza district. Buy any pieces you find, and we'll settle accounts over to the castle. Hopefully my purse can cover it. Alright, let's go find out. Auction up by Kyoto, you say? Ah, yes, those foreign garments. I just sold them. Damn it! Oh, yes, I did purchase something from the Namazu seller recently. You're referring to that unusual scepter, I assume. If you're quick, perhaps you can deal with the customer who brought it. Young Lawfell he was, left but a few moments ago. Oh boy. Alas! I need what you bought. I have to go. Oh, was that? Is that nutty? Jigs up, nutty. Forgive me for running. I just panicked and you've been well, I hope. I've no wish to lie to you of all people, so let me confirm what the guildmaster believes to be true. I am Blue Blood. Everything about this, dealing with the soul crystals, setting up the festival, selling the secrets of the blue wizardry, it was all my doing. I knew it was wrong, and I don't expect to be forgiven. But you should also know that I had no other choice for reasons that I cannot presently explain. Here, this hardly begins to make up what I've done, but I took the liberty of reclaiming Azuro's costume. Please say that it makes it into Martin's hands. He'll need all the edge he can get. You can get it against Golden Goliath, though I doubt it'll do him any good. Very well, Cecila. Why? Is that good, huh? It's gone. Every storekeeper who had a piece of my costume had already sold it. Don't suppose you had any better luck. Got the whole set? But how? And then none just gave it to you? I don't understand. What kind of game is he playing here? Well, let's leave it at that mystery for later. I have a match to win and I don't need any more distractions. It's time for Azure the Third to prove himself on this far eastern stage. I'll see what this Goldie is really made of. Ladies and gentlemen, for this evening's entertainment, we bring you an unranked exhibition match featuring the incomparable, the invincible, the inexorable Golden Goliath. His opponent is a stranger to our shores, a challenger from a distant west who seeks to pit his own formidable skills against a reigning champion. Well, he's welcome, Azuro the Third. Azuro. Look at him. This fool is just some would-be Blue Hood. He'll never beat Golden Goliath. I'll show you how a real practitioner of the blue magic fights. Have a taste of this! Have a taste of this! Woo! Bloody hells. Oh, the challenger appears to have some tricks up his sleeve, but will they be enough to top our golden paragon? There's more where that came from. There's more where that came from. Guy got holed and flared. No. Blue magic can't do that. Can they? And the Zero the Third is down! Victory for the Golden Goliath. That's that then. I failed. They'll never heed my demands now. And what's with those spells Gold was casting at the end there? I swear I ever saw him using monster techniques, then all of a sudden he's throwing flare and holy at me. I tell you, as a long-time student of the arcane arts, it eats me up inside. How can someone wield blue, white, and black magic all the same bloody time? I ain't leaving until I get some answers. That was a sound thrash you gave me, mate, but I gotta ask, where'd you learn to fight like that? Who was your mentor? Mentor? I had no mentor. My arts are mine alone. They are imitable. Clear off, you whimpering cur. Find someplace else to whine about your defeat. No mentor, so he taught himself all that stuff. Just doesn't seem possible. Blast, it's getting late. Saw to rush up, but they'll be needing me back at the tea house. Well, he tried. That's all that matters, right? He failed, but he tried. Hey, this ain't about the festival anymore, Cecil. The reputation of our guild is at stake. I won't let it end in defeat. I'll challenge Gold to do a rematch. Don't you worry about that. But first, I need to learn about the man and his imitable art if I am to have a fighting chance. Oh, and you shouldn't neglect your studies while this is going on. Why don't you take a crack at acquiring ultra vibration? Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got customers to serve. Cecil, mastering ultra vibration didn't get you shaken to bits, I see. Me, I've been heading out where I can work on the puzzle of old Goldie. But no matter how many pieces I find, I just can't seem to put a picture together. About the best I could think of is to follow him after a rematch and see if he lets something slip. Come on, the boss just gave me the afternoon off, so it's now or never. Oh boy. Bleh. That's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go to somewhere. The match should be over soon. Let's just stay outside and wait for our friends, shall we? You're being very inconspicuous. Here we go. Not too close now. Not going far. Goldie hopped on one of those huge birds and flew off somewhere. The handler tells him that he's bound straight for a village called Namai and pays extra for the unusual route. I'll take a boat across Yangsha right now so you don't want to lose him, but join me over there as soon as you can. Ah, I can teleport. See what's going on over here. Oh shit, I skipped the dialogue. Oops. Bit of an odd one, ain't he? Well, he's like mimicking people. Or controlling them, one of the two. I have no idea what just happened. Huh, some kind of mimic. Strange thing to be doing in the middle of the street, but the villagers don't seem surprised by his antics. They must know him here, or better than they do in Kugane at any rate. Let's say we split up and ask a few questions. Alright. Golden Goliath? I've never heard that name. Maybe you can ask one of the grown-ups? How about you? Ah, Golden Goliath. That's what they call him in Hingashi, is it not? Around here we call him as Go-Go. He used to perform for us in the Enclave, but the Imperials had little use for Mimicer's talents. We were proud to hear he had met with such success over in Kugane. Oh, who? Oh, you mean Go-Go. That arena name always throws me off, but yes, I know him well. He and I grew up together, as a matter of fact. The man's talent for mimicry is nothing short of miraculous. He'd always been naturally good at it, but then he spent endless hours in practice until he was perfect. On good timing, says my new mate here was just about to tell the story of the Golden Goliath's rise to fame. Oh. Let's hear it. Well, it all goes back to the time when I was an impresario. Golden Goliath was on the performance under my wing, although he went by just playing go-go back then. This was in years before Lord Kane's rebellion. We lived under the Imperial's rule, but I suppose we say so. They saw no harm in letting us stage a few shows. And let me tell you, even then, Gogo was a crowd favorite. They couldn't get enough of him. With a little more than a glance, he could mimic any gesture or expression with jaw-dropping exactitude. His proficiency extended even to the techniques of samurai and ninja. Such skills can take years to acquire, and he would execute them flawlessly within moments. Oh boy. There was once an outraged samurai lord who sought to cut him down for his impudence. But Gogo replicated the attack so swiftly that the swordsman found himself on the defensive. In that moment, we witnessed him elevate the act of mimicry from performance art to martial arts. The brutal suppression of which followed Lord King's uprising, however, marked an end to such entertainments. Gogo was forced off the stage, but his dedication to his craft never wavered. Later, rumors reached us of men who vied with monsters by using their own bestial attacks against them. Gogo was intrigued. He took a ship to Kugane to see the spectacle for himself and enlisted as a combatant in the Fukumen Fighting Festival. For one such as Gogo, imitating the art of blue wizardry was simplicity itself. Even in the arena, he needed but the blink of an eye to understand to master the attacks of his feral opponents. Not once did he taste defeat. But when the challengers came forth to test his supremacy, their techniques too did he turn against them. One by one they fell, and so did the legend of the Golden Goliath arise. This is all I can say for now, for this next chapter of Gogo's Saga. Well, there is something we all look forward to hearing. Bloody hells! From the way the man described it, Goldie's mimicry sounds like a more advanced form of blue magic. We have to work for our spells, right? You provoke a creature in displaying an ability, then you absorb its ether once before the fight. But Goldie skips past the last bit and picks up new tricks almost immediately. And it doesn't even need to be a monster. Swordplay, spellcraft, anything an opponent throws at him he can learn. Just copying their movements wouldn't be enough. It's as if he perceives the attacks on some deeper level and mirrors the exact flow of their ether. Something like that would take a natural gift for observation, honed by years of patient study. Goldie, as we just discovered, has devoted his entire life to the art of mimicry, and I reckon this, ironically, imitable talent is his reward. Even expert blue mages like you and me must seem like infants to him. There must be a way to claw to victory. Let's get back to Kugane for the moment. I'll try to think of a plan along the way. Alright. There's gotta be a way to beat this guy. No one's unbeatable. Not for me. Well, since I gave it some thought, and I believe I hit up on a winning strategy. Goldie's mimicry is a formidable weapon, but there's no doubt about that. But just because he's learned a bunch of spells and stuff doesn't mean he knows the best way to use them. Footwork and flexibility, that's what's important. And when it comes to battle instincts, I think I have the upper hand over some stage performer. It'll be just a case of dodging his attacks while making sure I land a good walloping on my own. He won't even know what hit him. Speaking of improvements, why don't you see about learning Ethereal Spark? I'll be busy trading for my grand rematch anyway, once I'm done serving tea. Oh yeah? Let's see your fruits, let's see your efforts in action. Satsula! Keeping your feet wet in the blue, I see. In case you're wondering, I tried to arrange a rematch with Golden Goliath, but that smug bastard Kageyama wouldn't give me the damn of day. As far as he's concerned, the matter is already dead and buried. But I ain't want to give up so easily. I'll keep hounding him until you stick aside of me, and then... Oh, look who it is. Royce! Welcome to Kugane. Can I get you a nice cup of tea? Do I look like I'm in the mood for tea? I got so bored of waiting for word of your investigation that I packed a bag and came here myself. What do I discover, darling? That you waged the right to continue the Fukumen Fighting Festival on trial by combat, which you then proceeded to lose. Wasn't my finest moment, no. I never should delegate this business in the first place. From here on out, I'll be taking charge of things, effective immediately. As a matter of fact, I've already had an appointment outside the castle gates of the Cat Festival's founder, this nutty of yours. Come along, darlings. I'll not stand by someone who isn't me profits from the idea of the masked carnival. Royce didn't want to mess about, is she? I think my days at the tea house might be numbered. Huh. Don't want to mess with Royce. I'm surprised you haven't learned that by now. That I accuse you of founding the the Fukumen Fighting Festival in a direct attempt to imitate and exploit the success of my mass carnival. I demand you cease an operation offer restitution for profits lost. And you better bloody well make up for stealing my crystals as well. I willingly confess the crimes leveled against me and offer you both my most sincere and regretful apologies, but I cannot help what has been put in motion. As to the reasons why, well, that shameful explanation is what brought me out to meet you today. I used to be a sailor from Lumis and Luminsa. To cut a long story short, I was on a crew of a trading ship which docked in Kugane, where I fell in love with a local girl. Ooh. I asked for her hand in marriage, and that's where Kageyama came in. As the mediator employed for our betrothal, that he offered to lend us the monumental sum required for the traditional exchange of gifts. By way of repayment, I was to help him avoid paying tariffs on soy sauce exports. I became a smuggler. The longer I told in the shadows, the firmer his grip closed upon me, until one day I realized there was no way to squirm free. It was then that Kageyama heard of talk of Mass Carnival. He grew obsessed with the idea of raking in the profits by beginning his own fighting arena in Kugane. To that end, he ordered me to travel to Oda and steal the secrets of blue magic. My conscience rebelled in disgust, but the fear of what Kageyama might do to my fiancé was stronger. And so I resigned to carry out the deception. I apprenticed myself to the guildmaster, and once I had acquired a solid foundation of the art, I waited the chance to pilfer your cache of soul crystals and fled into the night. I did not expect the simple admission of guilt to absolve me of my transgressions. Yet beyond that, I can give you no more, not without risking the safety of the one I hold most dear. Surely you understand? Kageyama, you said? The name rings a bell, but I thought he was just another rich Kugane merchant. This goes beyond commercial ruthlessness. Damn you, Kageyama! You got a lot to answer for. Did someone call my name? This bitch. Why are you out here wasting words on the flea-ridden failure? If you've got time to chat, you got time to mark our wizard wares. Yes, sir! Sorry, sir. Allow me to introduce myself. The name's Royce, and I'm the manager of the Mass Carnival. This little show you're running here is a brazen theft of my entrepreneurial idea. Again with this idiocy. You forfeited all rights to that claim the moment your man lost against our champion. I acknowledge this defeat here in Kugane, but that was on foreign soil, where you held in every advantage. This is only fair that we have the chance to prove our legitimacy on more familiar ground. Try to twist things all you like, Miss Manager, but what's done is done. Besides, what could I possibly gain to stand by allowing you to a rematch? A renegotiation of the terms, then. Should you win again, I promise you to sign over full ownership of the Mass Carnival. Now you have a deal to name the day. Not so fast. To clarify, a victory would be considered valid if won in our home city of Oda. And I also reserve the option to nominate the Mage. And Mage reserve the second to fight on our behalf. Yes, very well. Golden Goliath will slaughter your guinea companion you care to bring into the arena. Your business is as good as mine. My apologies for the sudden shift in responsibility, so there's no one else I'd trust to shoulder the burden. I can handle it. I know you can, darling. We love you for it. I wouldn't mind have minded another shot myself, but Royce has the last word in these things, and you are the best choice if I'm being honest. That's settled then. Let's saddle up and head home. Oh good, take you straight here. Nice! Kageyama and Nutty are already here with Golden Goliath, fitting in for a new costume in one of the Celestium's ante-rooms. I have a new outfit for you as well, and I want you to be wearing it for the pre-match announcement. Don't worry, darling, you look splendid. Go on now, light up the stage. This will be good. Another outfit I don't like. I do like the leggings of this though, and it works great with my outfit. I just gotta get the leggings and ditch the rest of it. Ladies and gentlemen, today we introduce a new challenger to our champion's crown. This enigmatic combatant hails from the far eastern nation of Hingashi, a man who beguiles his foes with preternatural feats of imitation. I present to you... Go-Go, master of mimicry! Oh boy. Prepare to be bested. Prepare to be bested! Oh, so it begins, folks, with what appears to be a mocking taunt. Challenger Go-Go has favored us with the previous mimicking talents. I mean, he just copied what I just said. Kind of clever applications surely stack up against a genuine article. Come all to this Titanic contest and witness the outcome for yourself. This bitch. The crowd is primed for blood now, darling. Enter the Celestium when you're ready and expose this master mimicry for the cheap fraud he is. Oh god. I wonder if I could get Royce to make me one of those costumes. Sorry, back to the task at hand. If I've learned anything about Go-Go, he'll be soaking up the skills of every creature in the masked carnival in preparation for your bout. But no matter what spells he brings to bear, remember that you got the upper hand when it comes to battle experience. And just in case you're keen to accumulate a little more, I've added some new places you can visit your Blue Mage log. Like I said, focus on footwork and flexibility. We're counting on you to take down that clown and uphold the honor of my fellow Blue Mages. Sure. Alright. Now there's only one new stage added. It's obviously this one. So, unlike before where you had like 5 new stages, this time around in the final sets, the current set of Blue Mage, we only have 1. And I remember this being a royal pain in the ass. So I'm not looking forward to doing this again. So yeah. Once I've beaten him, when I thrashed him, we'll be back to wrap up Blue Mage. Pain, pain, and more pain. Holy shit. After several attempts, I managed to finally beat that stage. God damn. It's not hard. It's pretty basic. You just dodge AoEs. But the MP management was starting to become a problem. I had to use ethers. I had to meld some materia into my gear. All savage aim and savage might. I had to use food. God damn, dude. That was a pain in the ass. But the fight's pretty straightforward. Just dodge AoEs. Be careful of your MP and make sure you're at least half health. Otherwise, you're gonna have some problems. Literally half the fight on the second act. The first act was no problem. First act was pretty simple. The second act, however, was different. Half the fight in the second act was literally all Night Bloom dot damage. And also Song of Torment thrown in there too. Oh God, Martin. What's up? We saw it all, Cecily. You showed him, then he showed you, then you showed him right back again. Ha! In the end, Gogo is no match for your mastery of blue magic. It was simply amazing. I can see I have some work to do if Azure the Fourth is to follow in your footsteps. Here's Royce. Come to heap praise on you as well, no doubt. God damn, bitter. That was an ordeal. There it goes. There you are, darling. Twice savior of the Masked Carnival and hero of the hour. Thanks to you, we now have proof that my enterprise proceeds and exceeds the sham that is the Fukumin Fighting Festival. You're the first opponent to ever outwit my mimicry. I bow to your skill. At least this guy's honorable. My whole life has been devoted to the art of imitation, so I must grasp this opportunity to emulate to perfection. What is it you'll be doing now? Saving the world! Adventuring. I mean, we're adventurers first, heroes second. Then I too shall do the same, is what I'd like to say. But when I defeat your hands, tells you I'm not yet up to the task. Oh, come on, guy! As much of a headache you gave me, you're pretty damn good. Don't sell yourself short. It's time I saw a higher peak of expertise, and when I attain that lofty ground, I hope that you'll consent to another battle with me once more. No thanks. Please, no. I suppose I'll have to put an end to the festival. It's only fair, but I fear Kageyama won't see it that way. And he still's my fiancé. You tricked me! Even if I accept this as a loss, we will stand even at one victory each. You have no grounds to claim superiority or precedence. Shall we take this one step further then? I'd be happy to let a court of law decide. Your foreign laws don't apply to me. And should you pursue this in Kugana, you'll discover that this merchant prince is untouchable. Oh, I'm well aware how many officials you have in your pocket back home, Kageyama, which is why I lured you here to Ul'dah. We've compiled enough evidence to prove you're guilty of smuggling soy into the city, and for that particular crime against our foreign laws, you're facing a lengthy sentence indeed. Enjoy your time in the dungeons. Oh, this guy just can't catch a break. Can't catch a break. Sucks to be you, guy. But you get what you deserve. Huh. Look at him bowing in the background. You get. Thank you, Royce. Now I need not fear Kageyama or his reprisals. What has become of me? Though not entirely by choice, I was, after all, his partner in crime. Don't you worry your head about that, darling. It was your testimony which exposed his smuggling in the first place. Once I've added in your tale of extenuating circumstances, I was able to wrangle a deal with the authorities to let you walk free. And just in case that worm wriggled away somehow, I took the liberty of liberating your lady love from Kageyama's associates. There she is. My beloved! My deepest thanks to all of you. You have indeed set us free. You know what must be done, dearest one. You have treated me with far more generously than I deserve. On my oath, I shall return to Kogane to close down the festival and never again stray from the honest path. Before this goes any further, pray hear my request. Our arena was an invitation of your Masked Carnival, that much is now obvious, but that in itself was never the issue. The problem lay in the invitation without permission. If you would give us your blessing, I would like to continue our performances in some form of joint venture. As an artist, it pains me to deprive our audiences of the venue in which they knew such enjoyment. Come on, you wanted Far East coin? That's not a terrible proposal. Even for a second-rate copy, your arena was bringing in a tidy profit. It's all about money with these guys. Consider your request for granted. From this moment forth, I officially recognize the Fukumin Fighting Festival as the Far Eastern incarnation of the Masked Carnival. We can discuss percentages later. In that case, I had best quietly retire my business in Blue Wizardry and establish a proper Kugane chapter of the Blue Mages Guild instead. I applaud your initiative. Don't forget to put my name on the door, though, eh? No disrespect intended, Guildmaster, but after your last outing in Kugane, the locals might be more inclined to join if Nutty were seen to be in charge. What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, you didn't fare so well. Well, I think it's time we took our leave. Thank you all again for everything. Oh boy. And that's my cue to hand things back to the Guildmaster. If I'm to perform as properly as the fantastic Azure IV, I have some serious training to catch up on. Fine has the right of it, darlings. We have a legitimate competition out in the Far East, and we cannot let the man's carnival be overshadowed. The show must go on. Lord. Gogo's art might be imitable, but you, my friend, are bloody unbeatable. And what's more, your victory is further proof that blue magic is the solution to any complication. I tell you what, though, this little adventure has opened my eyes to a whole new world of untapped wonders. If we mean to keep learning from every new opportunity, and the realm, I think we'll be needing Thinker's spellbooks. New costumes, new magics, new horizons. Just imagine where we can go from here. I don't... Oh boy. I get a fancy rod! I really like this thing, too. Look at this thing. It's like Shiva's weapons, with the ice and everything. I really like this thing. Alright, I believe you have something else now too, don't you? No, you do not. You got all these, great. You still do nothing. Well, if you're lacking 400 equipment, you know, here you go. But I already have well, these are specifically for blue. Huh. I don't have enough seals anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I can't get them. Huh. Interesting. I didn't realize blue had their own equipment. But oh well. It's too much anyway. It's 400. It's 800. And there's 1200 right. There's another 800 right here. So that's 1600 seals I'll need. And I blew them all in this. Gogo's thing. What new do we got? Q Justice, Azuro, Feigning It. I got the Gogo Master Mimicry. That's it, huh? That's it. Alright. Well, that's that. So, is the end of the Blue Mage well, first of all, this video is gonna be split up because I was looking at the videos I've made so far, and yeah, this is gonna exceed 3 hours, so this is gonna be broken up. So obviously, this part that you watch now is gonna be parts levels 50 through 70. So yeah. But that being said, we're done. We're officially done with everything that needs to be covered before Endwalker, aside from the Shadowbringers Beast Tribes, which it's gonna cut really close, but I might be able to finish the Beast Tribes before Endwalker releases. I still got a whole month to do it, so it's gonna cut pretty close. I'll probably finish up probably a couple weeks before Endwalker's release, which is a whole month away. So it's gonna cut really close, but I might just be able to do it. Aside from that, there is no more recordings that I need to cover for Final Fantasy XIV until Endwalker comes out. And so I got time to decide if I'm gonna main Endwalker with Sassala or main it with my main first. I still haven't figured that out yet. But yeah, that is the Blue Mage 50 through 70 storyline. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I may, and if this turns out to be the last video before Endwalker, then I'll see you in Endwalker. But if not, I will see you in the Shadowbringers Beast Tribe videos.